Computer. Chalo guys, we are on the day three. If you have been through day one, day two, we will just wrap up everything very quickly so that we can continue with today's topic. So, we'll just go through the slide from the starting and we will try to wrap up everything in hardly 5 minutes, not much more than that. So, so the program is basically about the inner game. Inner game deals with one's issues. You don't need to be emotionally sorted. You just need to be emotionally stable. You and this was the experience I shared with both of the guys. One has a better inner game, and other had a lot of inner issues. So there was a huge difference between their verbal game to implement the structures. As I said, you when the average guy comes into game, he struggles a lot, and when a good-looking and a very sorted, stable or emotionally well-being person with a good conditioning comes into the game, he has a lot of fun. Then I have explained you with the example of this woman why the results vary in spite of the efforts being constant. And this are something looks maximizing factor. You must definitely work on the looks, but don't wait till the end point to one day I will get better. And this was something about I shared my inner journey. And this I explained you regarding some people in the game industry are focused more on the outer game structure and technical aspects, and some people are like if focus more on inner things. I do believe that both the things are equally important, but apart from that, I do believe that to learn the entire game, one has to work on the three phases. One is the outer game, what I have to say at which time, which situation, what are the things that need to be said at the right time, in the right place, at the right emotion. Then I explain you about the importance of inner game. Inner game do plays a role because if one is not happy, how can he make someone else happy? If own myself vibe is not good, then how will I able to give the good vibes? Outer game plan is something about like the process, the steps that need to be followed: step one, step two, step three. And if the inner game and outer game has a lot of variation, lot of doubts, hesitation, anxiety is there, but I'm trying to act cool outside, then my outer and inner there will be a lot of clashes. What I am saying is not actually what I am congruent with. Then the entire most of the inner game is related with your beliefs. Then we understand like what kind of belief we require. One was attitude, knowledge, skills, experience. The combination of four forms the core belief. Then we try to understand what uh, how the things operate. Your attitude is worldview, your skills are your verbals, your technical game, your practice. Experience is something you definitely need at certain point of view. Without experience, it will become difficult. And knowledge. Once you have that core belief, not so then we have explained why if out of four, one of the thing is missing, how much difficult it will be for you to make your belief so strong. So for example, then we give the example of a guy who has only attitude. Sorry, whose attitude is missing, only have skills, experience, and knowledge. He sooner or longer he will be in doubt mode, and he will create a big chaos for it, and hesitation will always be there in his action. Then we find out that another guy who has attitude, who doesn't have attitude, who doesn't have skill, only has experience and knowledge, and such people in long run will have more doubts and unable to maintain consistency. Then there was another guy who was only playing on the basis of knowledge. Those are philosophical people. They will know a lot of things, but we call them the theory guys, the philosophers. They will discuss a lot about games, but at the end point, they have nothing. Then there is another guy who has attitude, skills, and experience. They don't have knowledge. Their perspective is very different. They will be like, क्यों chase करना है लड़की को, क्या करना है, and their advice sometimes can backfire. Then we understood the another guy who neither has experience, neither has knowledge, they have attitude, and they will be like always too much displaying themselves. And the another guy is like all about the attitude. He will have too much of ego and zero value. So we give the demonstration of certain people. Let's keep that. Then we understand this diagram. If it is the same game plan, same technical aspect, but if the person is filled with lot of doubt, lack of conviction, fear, shame, then it will come through his self image, then his emotional and sub communication, then the other filter will be word. And when the woman will listen, then it will depend on how she's perceiving you. Your verbals do play a role, but depends on which belief filter they are coming. So to understand in detail, if you have not been to uh, if you are having any confusion, doubts regarding understanding this, I would suggest you go for day one and day two. You will get a more better clarity. What do you feel? She feels. We talked about a lot of energy of straight transference. And then we give the example of this, that 10 people giving the same line, same approach, same structure, but their results will be very, because the woman will have different feelings for different guys, because it really matters from what belief filter they are saying the word. So that will give a different kind of vibes. So vibes do matter. And then I explained you like regarding this woman Marnie Wingle, and I have explained you regarding all the female psychology and female dating books. If you see them, if you study them, it's all related with the feelings. They are more expressive, they are more oriented. But here are the words that give too much that has more emphasis on the words are related with feeling, they are not related with logic. But if your wife, if your own wife, when you are talking, and if your inner game is totally screwed up, totally fucked up, and there is a lot of image, lot of trauma damage and lot of other issues inside you, the same words will give the feeling like this. Matlab, this feeling will be converted into this, because and the attraction will soon turn into a disinterest. Because now the another aspect was, do I need to work on my inner game? Yes, of course you need to work on everything. Do I need to sort my inner issues, fix my inner game fully? No, you don't have to sort your inner game. You just have to you have to be stable inside. There is a difference between sorting and being stable. One has to get the point. There is a difference between financially being stable and financially being independent or having a financial freedom. There is a difference between being physically fit and having a jacked ass body. So work parallelly. Then we understand the three things: inner game, outer game, and game plan. They all three are equally important. Inner game, I have explained you at day one and day two. Outer game is something about the verbals, the techniques like push pull tease, banter, neck, qualifier, everything. And game plan is something about the structure. Let's proceed further. Then I gave you the example of my real college natural friend, my student with the dead vibes, how he was saying the same thing, acting in the same way, but and although he was following the same structure, he was not getting. Then I gave you the example of good pickup friend of mine who doesn't follow a structure level of game, but sometimes he screws it up. Then there is another thing called how you look comes in the outer game. No, bro. How you look comes into personal development. Okay, inner game. I have explained you about the program, but let's proceed further. The inner game is the belief filter you have when you speak with people or women in general. And this was something related with inner game. Then we studied this diagram particularly. If you want to fix your belief system, you need to work on the four aspects parallelly: attitude, skills, experience, and knowledge. Attitude, knowledge, and experience. Then we had a question and answer session, and let's come back to day three. Now, if you haven't been to day one and day two, I would recommend you to go through it, so that if you understand the level one, level two becomes easy. If you understand the level one and two, implementing of level three will be easy. If you understand one, two, three, and four, level five will be easy. I will give you the another example. I met one guy, and he came to understand what is the game, and it was his first time. So he never approached any woman. He never had any dating experience. He never had anything. He came to me and he says, "यार मुझे देखना है." Then I used to game in Koramangala, so I was gaming, and he says, "Bro, तू open कर, मैं आ जाऊंगा." Bro, no matter how much I try to convince him, he won't understand because he hasn't done enough number of set. The reason is, even if I bring him in the set, he will screw the wing game. He doesn't have any specific experiential idea. Then If you see at this diagram, this particular diagram, attitude is your worldview. Your skills are the verbals. We give the example of an interview. Shresht was there. He asked me some questions like in which I have clearly demonstrated like what attitude is missing. Then the problem with the person who has the knowledge, skills, and experience has a different level of mindset. The person who doesn't have experience but has knowledge, skills, and knowledge and skills, then he will have different thing. So just a minute. Mute all. Okay. Chalo. I think what's the problem with here? Okay. So, bro, attitude, when it comes to attitude, this was the book I was, before coming to this book, I would say that my attitude towards life was extremely pessimistic. Everything was wrong. And I was a very negative thinker at that time. But in 2012, uh, I went into the first motivational seminar in my life that was You Can Win by Shukera. And the first book I read in my life was How to Succeed in Life by Irritating Frustration and Failure by Abdul Salam Choss. So it gave me little insight that whatever I am thinking and applying and the way I am living my life is completely shattering. It will take me down one day. Then I went to that motivational speaker seminar and I tried to read a lot of books, went through a lot of personal development. The guys in Charm Command will, at the first day, I tell them what MGTOW is, what MPOA is, what kind of person you have to be, what kind of personal development plays a role, because personal development and game both work parallelly hand in hand. So coming back to the point, I read this book, Attitude is Everything, and it is a must recommended book. The philosophy is very simple, very easy, very convenient to apply, but it will give you a different level of threshold to sort yourself and to work on your things. And because attitude definitely plays a bigger role. In long run, whoever doesn't have the right attitude is going to screw himself, especially in game. When the people start coming into the game, at certain period of time, they form a different level of attitude, and attitude is not ego. They do have different meaning. People in the game associate attitude with ego. Attitude is different and ego is different. Ego kills you, ego burns you inside. Ego is like a poison, but attitude is something which is your worldview. Attitude is how you see the world, how you behave, the way you speak when the things go wrong and against you, your philosophy of your own life, how you make yourself and others feel around you, and your drive and perception. I meet a lot of people. Nowadays I'm like in coaching, so I keep on meeting a lot of people, and I see the first thing is their attitude towards, you know, attitude towards woman comes later. First, attitude towards the life, his approach is really what really matters. The guy who really hangs around with high quality women, absolutely high quality women. If you see, they never complain, uh, they never they never put their emotional traumas on women. They are not reactive. They are more emotionally stable. They might have other lot of issues. I was talking with a natural guy, and he was telling me a very different story where यार राज भाई ऐसा हो गया यार ऐसी प्रॉब्लम आ गई फिर एक्सीडेंट हो गया then we went to lock up and suddenly one of our female friend came. He directly switched off that topic and started talking into another way because the problems should not be discussed in front of women, and the problem should not be discussed in front of the people in your social dynamics. When me and him was talking, we were alone and there was a different type of connection between him and me. Lot of people will be like, ye rona, wo rona, ye rona. They are never appreciative. Like people who carries, if you are the person who have been addicted to lot of struggle and pain in your life, you have killed your wife. Never get addicted to your struggles. The person who is too much in pain, too much in past, too much of holded things will not be at ease. No matter how ambitious they are, how persistent they are, their wives will be like a leecher. So these are something first you have to understand. First, understand what is the attitude. So your attitude is how you view the world. Your attitude is how you see, how you behave, and the way you perceive and speak when the things go wrong against you. You know, one of the best philosophies in life you can adopt is जो होता है अच्छे के लिए होता है. होगा होगा नहीं होगा, हुआ भी तो अच्छा, नहीं हुआ तो और अच्छा. Have that attitude. If you have that attitude, you will be always be the person who will fix one of the element in that four elements. If you want to work out that four quadrants, then definitely this thing is must. Let's come to this point. So Stephen R. Covey was one of the famous speaker, and his book was Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. When I attended his online webinar, so at that time he died in 2012, and I came into self-help like around 2013. So there was one recording program that I got, and it was related with the eighth habit, the new book he had launched. And I went through that program. Then there was something he mentioned about the first thing first, and he mentioned about the different circumstances of life. And he says that no matter whatever happens to you in your life, it is still your decision. That do you want to wimp and cry like, and I will let you know later on, like what it has to do lot with frame, man to woman frame, because it is the foundation. Your attitude is the foundation or having a strong man to woman frame. As soon as we will proceed further, you will dive deep into what actually. Now people will come here like my frame control is weak. Why this is this? Fundamentals and principles, if they are not strong, the building is likely to collapse, no matter how much tricks and techniques you use. So I was going through his program, and he said, uh, the beautiful line I like still I have noted it a lot of everywhere in my thoughts, and like I'm not the product of my circumstance, I'm the product of my decision. Taking a decision is up to you. जिंदगी में ये हो गया है, अब ये हो गया है, इसके ऊपर तो कुछ नहीं कर सकते ना. उसके बाद में मैं क्या करता हूं, ये मेरे लिए मैटर करता है. दैट्स सिंपल. डोंट. नाउ फ्रॉम दिस बुक, if you read, has anyone read this book, the seven habits of highly effective people? Type yes, no, something, so that I can understand. Oh, you are still with me. No. No. Okay, not yet. So in that book, this is the diagram. Now you have to just explain me like what you perceive from this diagram. Matlab, whatever you think that this picture is, just type it so that I can understand how you rich woman. Okay. I don't read books, expect engineering books. Wrong attitude, bro. This attitude I had in my life. I'm also engineer. Any more old woman? Yeah. Okay. If I say that this woman is 70 years of age, she has been divorced, she is suffering from cancer, and she is super rich. And her name is, and the name is Cinderella Watson. And then I show you this picture, you will have a different perception. But if I say the woman is just 20 years of age, and she is a rich millionaire entrepreneur and a very great looking woman, and she's looking in or towards her audience because she has come from a celebrity show. So you know the incidents are same. But the problem is our perception. If our perception towards getting the thing is right, we will always look from that angle. And if our perception, if our filters inside are dangerous, we will have a different perception. Let's take another example. We will test your worldview, how you see the world. So I this is called ambiguous test, and I will explain you how those things plays a bigger role in game, in frame, in having a strong man to woman frame, and just having that masculine edge that woman can fall for. Okay, because this all things comes in attitude. Guys, type attitude if you are with me, if the connection and everything is okay. Type A so that I can still understand that okay, I'm still in connect with you. Okay, chalo, let's proceed further. So I will show you some diagram, and you have to identify what the first thing when you see in that diagram, what is the first thing that comes to the mind. Because if you see that, later on I will explain what it has to do with your belief filter. What do you see? Just type anyone. Okay, two faces, a glass vase. First time I saw na, I saw it as a hookah pot. Okay, let's proceed to another diagram. This, what do you see first? Guys, fast. Don't think so. Woman on the chair, perfect, and more. Vase. Okay, a woman and behind a man. Okay, now that's something interesting. We'll proceed this. A sad woman in the chair. Wow, bro. The first time I saw. Yeah, bro. I know you got bored with theory. Yeah. So the first diagram I saw is was the devil, the skeleton. This one, a sad woman in a. Bro, first time I saw it was a Jesus Christ. So these are different women. In this, I saw a woman and a fish. This picture, I saw horses and a sky. Someone said that this was the old woman. Then someone said that I saw the mouse trying to bite the cat. Then I saw the cat photo, and then I saw a girl smiling behind the leg. You know, this now how it has to do. Now in this picture, I saw something else. I saw a face painted in skeleton. Then I saw the four people. One was reading. Then I saw again. I started seeing the picture at a deeper level. Then I saw there was one child on the table. Okay, four people, child on the table. This I saw horse, birds flying. Then there was, I think, when I started looking to more detailed into picture, then I saw a lot more and more number of birds and ducks and different colors. Because after that, I find one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, and uh, if I see in the faces of horses and in between, there I saw a woman also. So this was another picture. This is called ambiguity test. And this is the first thing. First thing I saw was not the crow, was not anything here, was not the face of a man. I saw was a balance because I was like, I need a balance in my life. This was something I saw two tigers. one in the face and one in the sleeping inside. Then I saw the wolf. Then I saw, and this was something I saw a lady hugging another man, and the another here I saw that there are two people, two angels. Then I saw one face smiling here, and you see, and the entire face of a man. So it's all about your perception. If your attitude is literally screwed up, is literally messed up, you will see the things while gaming when you are with a woman from a very different perspective. Neither what the image is showing is right or wrong. It's practical, or it's something related with your own imagination. You only see the belief filters you have, or the desires you have, or the experiences you have, and that's how you view the world. So it's very important to fix your attitude. Okay, this is one of the important element in game. If the attitude is not right, everything goes wrong. At a certain period of time in game, everything starts to work against you. If you know the importance of how it is related with the attitude of, so I was long very back, I read it this book, Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus. Then after once I read this book, I came too much into spirituality, and there was like a full moon cycle and woman spirit cycle, how it has an interconnection with woman, how Mars is related more the energies with sun, how woman, if you do a lot of, you know, the feminine masculine polarity programs, the lot of inner work programs, the lot of shadow work, uh, the lot of inner child healing, a lot of spiritual workshops and different retreats. You see, those people don't talk too much on technical aspects. They talk on inner sides, your inner sides, your inner doubts, your issues regarding with your relationships. So while that time I was when I was reading this book, Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus, and seriously, guys, the book is written from a relationship point of view. You don't find much things about game. Most of the theory can work against you if you try to implement those things, because it is written for a different level of audience. And they say that men men have a different level of energies, the masculine energies, and women have different level of energies, that is feminine energies. And if you see, the maximum number of Venus has copper element, and men has a iron element. Now what it has to do with those things, importance of understanding the game is number one, you have to you have to get that in point. If your attitude is screwing, then woman doesn't come into your feminine role. When they will be in front of you, they will have a stronger feel, they will have their reality stronger, because woman loves one thing, putting the head on the man's shoulder, the man who they find comfortable, trusty, reliable, or the man who they find very strong. Well, I'm not talking from that beta male perspective of the game theory. I'm talking from a different perspective, because the book is written from a very different angle. So they like to cry on the shoulder, they like to surrender their pain. But if the man himself has a wrong attitude, and he is like he's mourning, bitching, and complaining, and like this doesn't work for me, that doesn't work for me, and this, that, he will form a wrong attitude. So that it's very important to make a rule, no matter what happens in life, never, ever complain. That's truly important. If you are the person, because it will help you to make your frame strong in long run. Guys, clear? Type clear if it is clear. Yesterday I was talking with guys. So guy was so complaining कि मेरे साथ ये हुआ, लड़की ने ऐसा किया, वैसा किया, ये किया, वो किया, ये किया. And I was like, bro, what is the use? If he has the wrong attitude, he has definitely screwed himself. He is less likely to get results with the sorted woman. Of course, with lot of game, with lot of practice, with lot of going out, he can get one or two women that also very emotionally unstable women. You need to be emotionally stable more than your woman. That's why the inner work do plays a bigger role. Okay, we will proceed further. This is something I say like, you know, iron is the metal king, and it's strong. Generally, iron is used for, if you are in civil and constructions, you know that it is the foundation. If the iron is weak, the building might likely to collapse. A man, his backbone must be very strong. That's where the principles of masculinity comes into the play. Copper. Copper embodied more about the femininity, love, beauty because they are bendable. We don't use copper for the hard constructions. That's if your attitude is wrong, you don't emit the qualities of a masculinity. Your masculine qualities is likely to get loose in the long run. We'll proceed further. Now this book I read in 2000, I think 17. And the beautiful chapter of this book I have read at least 5 times. The Way of Superior Man by David Data. And the first time it made little sense. Second time made little sense. Then again it made more sense. And the one of the favorite chapter from this book was your purpose must come before your relationship. And I have read that chapter I think like at least 100 times. And every time I read this chapter, I try to get a different insight because the lessons and the philosophy is same. But when you use those words and your experiences that shapes your reality becomes different. This all topics are related with inner game. That's how you build the foundation of having a strong frame control. Bro, I know guys who like say, भाई इतना score हुआ, इतना ले है, ये है, वो है. But you know, they can't speak truth. They will be like always this, that. Now, why there is so much jumbleness? Why there is doubt? Why say because the attitude, the entire perception of attitude is taken in the wrong way. If you have a lot of those stocks inside you, if you behave in that way, fix that immediately. Now there is a different type of man. They say, oh, we don't do this friend in front of woman. No, it's not like that. Preparation comes first, then it comes in front of woman. You know that was like one of my college buddy. He was a very good looking guy, but he never dated anyone, and he was like very. It's like I would say he was a man child. Man child is a person who grows as a man but remains child, and the and you know everyone was attracted to him in starting in the beginning, but sooner he used to like college से नीचे आए. And there was my friend Vibha, like, यार राज मेरी तो कोई जिंदगी ही नहीं बची यार ये कॉलेज का असाइनमेंट दिस दैट. And this guy you also used to start with her, and she used to give a lot of attention to him. But if a woman is giving attention to him just on the basis of mourning, bitching, and complaining, she will her core feminine nature will lose the respect for that man. So that's the reason. Now, how do you set your purpose? First of all, there is no as such purpose. Purpose is in life keeps on changing sometime. Clear? Okay. Chalo guys, we will proceed further. So definitely read this book as a man. It will give you a very different perspective. Now, how it has to do with your frame. Because if you go outside, if you learn, with sometime, if your frame is not right inside, when you are alone, when you are with your friends, when you with your people in general, forget about woman. If there is no woman and your attitude is still wrong, or it is like a ego based thing, your frame control turns into a frame battle. And when it comes to a frame battle, it gives a very deadly vibe to women. Oh, like dick ass. No, no, stay away, stay away. You know, at starting it works, and after a certain period of time, it seems that he has a very low self-esteem, or he has a very misogynistic attitude. Misogynistic attitude, some people find it appealing, but if it is not coming from that set of frame of chilled vibes, cool, calm, composed, and erect backbone, and it isn't which moan, bin, bitch, and complain, then definitely that misogynistic attitude might work. But don't adopt that. Sort your attitude. Attitude is a very important factor. And coming back to man to woman frame. So this is your attitude. You aligned with certain kind of purpose and direction. Then at that time you will have a strong reality. Once you have that, then with certain practice, with certain understanding techniques, how does the man to woman frame works? Then you will have a good masculine frame. Then you will try to have a better level of frame control. You know, there will people like cry this, that. I was talking yesterday with one guy. He's like, very good body. Can I call you now? And this. भाई मैंने इतना ये किया, वो किया, और फिर वो उसके एक्स के बारे में बताने लग गया, जो लड़की ने उसे, the girl is dating someone else and he used to like that girl in the college and crying and like, फिर मैंने ऐसा बॉडी बनाया, मेरा पर्पस ये, ना उसका पर्पस था, ना उसको उसको कुछ तो भी प्रूव करना था. Then he was like, ये करना है इसलिए यही करना है. And he, when speaking with at least 2 to 5 minutes, I understood that this guy's reality is fucked up. And now he's asking, bro, how do I have that man to woman frame? You can't. You're the most stupid and idiot person in this planet. If you're thinking that man to woman frame is fixed like that, first work. That's what the inner game and other things play a big role. Now, what if my attitude and if I have a lot of self negative talk, and even if I start to think positive, I'm just kicking out, uh, life circumstance just pisses me off and put me too much into that negative zone. What shall I do? So I will tell you what I have done and what has worked for me, what has worked for the most successful and top elite people in sorting and fixing their attitude, what has helped most of the most amazing speaker, amazing entrepreneurs, amazing, and there are thousands and millions of success story associated with. It's called the all night angle audio. So the all night angle audio, if you want to have success, then there are two audios. He has a lot of audios. So it's like a 30 days challenge. If you go and regularly listen, that you see that there is a different change in your attitude. I came to know about it from a Shiv Khera's webinar, from the Shiv Khera's workshop, the guy who was the best-selling author of You Can Win. So he said when he was in his down phase of life, and he showed all the case studies and he explained how many people have benefited it. And I tried it for like, it was 30 days, so I thought maybe I should try 90 days. For 90 days, regularly, daily, I used to listen to that same 15 to 20 minutes of audio. And there are a lot of audio. One is the strangest secret of the world, and the another audio was the magic word, All Night Angle's magic word, attitude. So this is was all night angle, and lot of theories and research have been there. It is a old philosophical self help. This is the thing you can practically implement, or you can just skip it. But if you have really implemented it, when within a certain period of time, you will find the guys who are really amazing with women still has the weaker frame in front of you. Trust me, I know. When I was the most least respected guy in my diploma, in my engineering, people used to take me casually. People used to think, okay, यार, आया तो आया, रहा तो रहा, नहीं रहा तो नहीं रहा, फर्क नहीं गिरता. But when I started into personal development and when I implement this, when I went to my MBA college, I was not successful there with women, but Definitely, when men used to come and talk to me, they used to see the power inside me. And the power doesn't have came from a lot of things. It has came only from, I do believe, just changing the attitude. हाँ होगा. Even I don't have women in my life, still I have better attitude, better approach, and that has helped me to gain the respect in that social circle. It's like I'm always unwelcomed. I don't have social circle. I don't have this is blah 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 blah. Try it. Otherwise, lot of things are there. You can go try this, try that, try. It's like people are always into, you know, there is an addiction to accumulation of knowledge, 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 knowledge. And at the end of the day, I see the same people with same problem, with same circumstances. Your journey might be slow, but it is bound, it is confirmed that you are bound to have progress if you just try this exercise. That's, and apart from that, if you want to really implement with the other things, then attitude is everything is a good book. You can definitely read that book. And these are certain things that I have worked in my lot of self and personal development things. Goal setting, yes, of course, I definitely do have a goal setting. Just I will take my camera and show you. So this is my chart. This is my chart. A lot of things I do set regularly. So it gives the motivation. नहीं तो चलते खाते पीते उठते. So this is the things that I want to implement in just upcoming month. So it gives the strong backbone. People don't take you casually. It helps you to fix and have a right attitude. Guys, clear? Shall I proceed? Type something clear. Yes, proceed. Guys, type something if I know that I'm still in connect. Okay, let me check the connection. Okay, okay, sure. I got the message. Because like sometimes the connection get loses. Okay, now I'll give you the example like from my personal story. And this is something about the guy who is like who has two people I know who are really doing good in their life in terms of their finance, who in terms of their academics, in terms of one is in relationship and one is married, and the type of circumstances they have came is not because their game was good, their entire thing was good, their life attitude was very good. So one was the guy, he was in my library. Just I will stop the screen. So he was in my library when I was to sit in the library and study, and he had a polio since childhood. So whenever he used to meet me and we used to go to for playing cricket, so उसको हम विकेट कीपर वगैरह बना देते थे क्योंकि उसको पोलियो का प्रॉब्लम था तो वो दौड़ नहीं सकता था. उसके लिए रनर वगैरह रखते थे. And I spent like 7 to 8 months with him. The good thing about him, he had a polio. Everyone knew that yeah, he has some walking disability problem. He never complained in his life. Never complained. And you know, he got married. He got successful in career. He's a family man. Then there was another guy. He came to me when I learned from one of the coach, and he was that coach student. And he contacted me. And when I saw this guy, he had some disability in his leg. And I got like pissed off, like, what shall I say to him? Yeah, he has some kind of disability and he's unable to walk. So he said, but he had a very good attitude. I like when I was saying, bro, yes, at Kerle, he used to go and he have that chilled vibe and woman doesn't used to reject him. And after a few months, he messaged me and he said, bro, boy, leave, okay, I got laid and I got this girl and that girl. Now he's in Germany and he's in living relationship. Just because it was only think of about attitude. Now I'll give you another example of attitude. There's one guy named Sean Stephenson. I will okay. I will share you something screen. I don't have the picture of this guy, but the amazing his journey, and he's a gamer. I still don't understand what type of gamer he is, but he has a lot of talks, lot of things. So this guy, he has his TEDx talk, and he comes a lot into a David D'Angelo program. And if you listen to his TEDx talk, and he says a lot of things about the mystery, the Tyler, and he says, "Oh, their style is different, but my style is different." And he says one beautiful thing, which is related with attitude. He says, "Men have known how to dare, how to dress, how to talk, how to walk, but they will never get sorted unless and until they fix their what is that called the wrong attitude." And amazing. And he got married. He got succeeded in game. This is the guy. This is his wife, and unbelievable with his son. This is a picture of him. Guys, I truly recommend you, if you really see, knowledge is freely available everywhere. It really doesn't matter if you attend this, like a lot of people, okay, recording is there, देख लेंगे, YouTube पे आ जाएगा, कर लेंगे, and then you will ask the same stupid kind of question. How do I develop the man-to-man frame? You can't, man. Your attitude and approach towards life is extremely wrong. You can't. That's simple. You totally screwed a person. And watch his TEDx talk. Three things. Attitude is everything. If you someone said that I only read engineering books, I do understand. At starting, I had also that point of view when I never read any book. The first book in my life I read was How to Succeed in Life by Irritating Frustration and Failure. Knowledge has the potential power. We'll talk about knowledge also. Uh, it won't give you immediate result, but it will make you strong in long run. Jordan Peterson has never done game, but he has a very good masculine frame. There are 10 times better fighters than Andrew Tate. But the reason is he knows and he talks something because he has the knowledge. Guys, clear? Shall I proceed further? Then watch the TEDx talk of, I will definitely share his Sean Stephenson link, which will help you to understand. Then there is another person I truly like. You know, this guy also has a very different insight when it comes to the relationship factor and how sorted he is, how amazing he has done is his life. Uh, if you have a lot of time, you can read this biography also. This is Nick Vijosi, and he has that wonderful book called Life Without Limits. So he is generally born with no hands, no legs. Watch his TED talks; it will give a different perception. Now, if my life is terribly sucked up, fucked up, messed up, and anything, how do I change my attitude? Few things. Just listen to that audio for 30 days, the magic word attitude. Second thing you can do is that go and spend at least 6 to 7 hours. You know why? My friend took me once a time, took me to the exhibition, and it was a guest visit at Art of Living. I used to be a massive complainer. And like, if before coming into these things, I was like, literally, I was like, because I used to hang with same type of people was there. बस रोते रहते थे जिंदगी भर, ये ठीक नहीं है, वो ठीक नहीं है, ये नहीं है, वो नहीं है, लड़की छोड़ के गई, 6 महीने में डिप्रेशन में डूबे हैं. So you attract who you are. That's simple. If you have that attitude, is definitely you are going to attract the same type of person. No matter you learn game or you don't learn game. That's how the inner belief and inner reality shapes you. Visit to the places. Then I visited to one of the places, and this was a paintings, and all the paintings were drawn by the people who don't have hands, and all the paintings were drawn either from mouth or from the leg. And at the end of the exhibition, they introduced all the people that this painting is drawn by him, and I and when I saw them, from that moment, it shifted. It really brought a huge shift in my life. the level of shift that meditation hasn't brought, that things hasn't brought, just by listening to some people, his biography, Life Without Limits. A lot of people, my parenting ठीक नहीं थी, ये ठीक नहीं था, वो ठीक नहीं था, ma. You know, this guy, when he was born, his mother and father got afraid. Like, what happened? How he is born? He was extremely massively bullied in school because he went to the normal school and everyone used to call alien aa gaya, alien aa gaya, alien has came, alien has came. You know, he liked one girl in school, but that the girl, when they started growing up, that girl rejected and went for some other guy, and he got shattered. Then he went to his one of the friend's cousin's wedding, and his friend said, Nick, you and the Christians have that thing that they wear the rings. And one his cousin made the joke like, oh, you know, Nick, you would have a difficulty because you have one chicken drumstick leg. So his leg is like a chicken stick and he doesn't have hands and legs. And he also made a joke of himself and everyone started laughing. Everything was normal. The when he went home, he started crying. Yeah, it really makes a sense. How I will put the ring in my wife's hand, in her finger. And it's like, forget about putting the ring, exchanging the rings and getting, am I really going to get married? And what type of woman is going to get married to me? If you haven't watched his video, it's like 18-20 minutes of video. If you haven't done it, do it. It will be the worthwhile investment in your life. It's just available on YouTube and it's free. Just with few clicks, your entire perception and reality will change. But if you have more experience, and if you have, I am truly blessed that I have spent at least 7 to 8 months in library with that guy. I never saw him a single thing to complain about the life. And on the other hand, I had everything. I was still complaining. I used to have the best sports bike. I used to be 150 and I used to like complain. And that guy had 10,000 problem. But I never saw him complain. No matter what it is, if you have that habit, trust me, a person with unhealthy self-esteem will attract the person with low self-esteem. That's the foundation of inner game. Work on it. If it is low, try to fix it. Work on this aspect. You will develop that attitude. Attitude is everything. Even the people with right attitude will definitely get it. Even the other parameters are little bit okay or little bit less or more. They are still going to get it. Okay, guys, let's proceed further. Now it comes to experience. Guys, what do you think? What what is the one thing that you need to have experience? Any message can type. Anything that is related with experience. Cold approach? No. More? Action? Mm, no. Action comes later. Sometimes the action also doesn't help. It has a part, but it's the experience come with experiment. And how do you experiment? Because you can experiment yourself with a lot of other things. You know, the one of the best thing to experiment yourself is not practice. Someone said here it is practice. No, it's not practice. The most important thing that you can do is to develop one attitude, that is courage. Courage beats everything. If you want to just work on that one skill set, that is courage, and nothing beats it. Trust me. To do cold approach, it requires courage. To take action, it requires courage. To do something, it requires courage. And courage comes to the people. who have strong attitude, because attitude is somewhat related with courage also, because they all four things help together. And the another major important element of getting to that courage point is, now some people will say that, oh, apart from courage, you can go to the gym, fight, do MMA. I will give you another example of that. So, and definitely this book, The Joy of Living Dangerously by Courage, amazing well book. You must read it. Read it from a game point of view. Read If you read it from a game point of view, from a cold approach point of view, you will see that a lot of things and emotions that Osho talks about is lot similar with your inner emotions that keeps on going. And Osho says like a lot of things. The people who step into courage are the people who step into the life, and the people who don't have courage are the people who doesn't step into the life. And experience has nothing to do with, a lot of people will say that experience will come from having this or this, that. Experience, the truly determining quality of experience is courage. I will share you my personal experience. So yeah, so like someone was asking me regarding this. So this is the guy named Cosmo. VH1 was one of the series of mystery, and yeah, even if you have a zero body count, it still doesn't matter. If you are a very courageous man, woman can sense that. Does this guy have a courage? Because the survival and replication, the quality of feminine energy of a woman to surrender towards the man is come from the man, how the courageous he is. This is the guy. He used to train MMA fighters. He was the coach, Cosmo PUA. You can follow him on Instagram. He's also on Instagram. He is a VH1 winner, and he used to tell that we people are in serious level of fights, but when we are in that serious level of fights, I have seen the most fearful people, the people who have most fear when it comes to woman, when it comes to approach, when it comes to relationship, are the fighters, are the bodybuilders, because courage is a very different ball game. Yeah, of course it helps, but it's not an entire thing. Don't take things from the extremely one perspective. So he came into game and he said like, when I came into game I was so shy, and he used to like shatter my, matlab, fear used to come into my dreams, and I used to be so scared while talking with woman, and lot of other things was used to create a lot of issues. Courage is one of the quality that you must develop. If you fail to develop those quality, you will have a serious issue in life. No matter, see, bro, these are some basic level of things you start doing at the beginning, and at the starting, you will see that your game is skyrocketing. There, this will develop your ability. Now, share you one of the my personal experience and story. I was at the workshop, and the guy was like, 6-7 साल से बंदा घर के बाहर ही नहीं निकला. He was from Nagpur, and he came to directly to the workshop because he got depressed. He was everything. पापा ये कहते हैं, मम्मी ये कहती है. ओके, मीटिंग हैज बीन डिस्क्राइब्ड. पापा ये कहते हैं, मम्मी ये कहती है. So he was a man child, and everything was taking his. So he was not stepping outside, and he has like, लड़की नहीं मिलती है, ये वो. ऐसे बंदे को कैसे लड़की मिलेगी भाई? कैसे मिलेगी? चाहे गेम के ऊपर रिसर्च कर ले, पीएचडी कर ले, रोज बाहर जाए, कुछ मस्कुलिन एज तो होना चाहिए ना उसका. Nothing he had, nothing. And the coach, the personal development coach, we were attending his workshop. His name was Dr. Sneha Desai, and he said, forget about the massive things in life. You want this, you want that, you want this count, that count, that count. I will give you one simple thing. If you fail to apply those simple thing in life, bro, I take action every day. We will talk about action later because it comes into skill set part. Okay. Now, bro, this program is all be ready. related with inner game. So inner game has, I'm talking about the inner perspective, which generally while applying the technical things you can't see. So he said, I will give you one homework. Go outside, go to Mumbai. If you want to, what do you want? He's like, I want to, like, I'm so comfortable in my home. I never went out of town. Go to Mumbai and have a vada pav there and come back. And he says, oh, he says, now you can do attend my webinar, my workshop, 10,000 of time. You can read this, that. But trust me, nothing has changed and nothing will change. And he went to that people and he went to Mumbai. He had a vada pav. He was in local train the whole night. He was like घर पे झूठ बोल के गया, कुछ तो भी बोल के गया, दोस्त के यहाँ जाता हूँ रात को ग्रुप स्टडी करने, रात को निकला और वहां से so to be and it was a little shattering for him because he never went out of the town. For him it was a big deal. I'm not saying that you have to go to Mumbai. Maybe if you'll ask me, I regularly go to Mumbai, so it's not a big deal for. But if you are that person who has been stuck in that reality, try to break your reality. I was the person, you know, I पढ़ना अच्छा लगता है, घूमना अच्छा लगता है, देखना अच्छा लगता है, अकेले बैठना अच्छा नहीं लगता. So I did one exercise. I just locked myself in the room for 3 days and I thought like ना मैं पढ़ता हूँ, ना मैं लिखता हूँ, ना मैं मोबाइल देखता हूँ, ना मैं कुछ करता हूँ. Let me see what happens. और भाई 7-8 घंटे में तो मैं पागल हो गया. Spending time in Vipassana is very different thing. That's the reason every 3 months I go for Vipassana because 10 days is like a devil in the mind. But that helps you to build courage. The courage, real courage, is facing inside. It's less about to do what outside, the more about the program is all about the inner game. So he went there and now he has become a travel coach. Okay, let's proceed further. So guys, this is something your experience do comes from your ability to have courage. Courage plays a bigger role in it. Guys, clear? Shall we proceed further? Because we have to wrap it very soon. Because a lot of guys, I have to also go to one of my relatives' place. As today, there's a lot of people message me like they have problem and they're like sisters and some function is there. Okay, guys, type something. If proceed, then we will take Q&A because the topic will wrap up soon. Okay, guys. Hope then let me check with the network also. Okay. Network is clear. Okay, guys. Shalom. We'll proceed further. Let me have the full screen. So, now when it comes to skills, a lot of people will say that the best way to develop the skill is repeatable action with correction. Skill is the matter of practice in relationship with women. Yes or no? Someone was like saying, I go out regularly. I don't know who was that. Shubham was there. Bro, I take action every week. Bro, if you're there and you're listening, is skill the matter of practice? Well, if you really want to develop your verbal skill, if you want to develop all those things, is it really a matter of practice? Yes, no, something. How many people do believe that uh, skill is the matter of practice? Yes, no, no, Shresht. It's not a matter of practice. It is a matter of practice, but it's not entire the game of practice. Skill is the matter of practice in relationship with woman. Yes or no? No. In relationship with woman, skill is not a matter of practice. It is a matter of creativity. Creativity in terms of woman in terms of dating, in terms of relationship, in terms of skill of a man and his masculinity. It is more about creativity rather than logical practice. Let me explain you. Let me explain. I can give 3 to 4, 5 lines as opening lines. I can go and I can keep on implementing at least for 10 years. Sometime it will work, sometime it won't work. But sooner or later, the conversations will be dead. The more creative you are, the more better you become. Skill is not a matter of practice. It is the matter of creativity. The more creative you are, the better you are. That is the reason most of the artists. I am a CSE, computer science engineering guy, logical mind. Yes, I will tell you how to build that thing. So it is a matter of creativity. The more creative you are, the better your learning ability of the game fixes. Because we have to fix that four quadrant belief system, which I have shown here. This one, this, and I'm talking in this aspect. If you really want to fix that, and if you are really going out and practicing daily, however, it do plays a role because somewhere you have to implement. But creative side, because we are talking in terms of inner game, we are not talking something about exterior technical. For inner game to fix it, it's more about creativity. Skill in relationship with female sexuality is more about being creative. Have you seen a lot of dancers, musicians, travelers, artists? Why they are amazing with women? Why don't they have certain issues? Because they are creative. And what it has to do with it? It has to do simply with your mind. Let's try this. So there are two parts of the brain. If you are a CS engineer and you are doing coding, this, that, all your law logical side is super active for 6, 7, 8 hours. Then trust me, the creative side is dying. And when you go out and you talk to women and like हाँ यार मुझे मेरे वर्बल्स तो ठीक है लेकिन बहुत मैकेनिकल चीजें हो रही, मैं अपना कुछ खुद डाल नहीं पा रहा हूँ, मुझे अपना खुद का कुछ कंटेंट नहीं आ रहा है. You always have those issues. So to enhance the skill, activate your creative side. Now, how do you enhance those creative side? Just by simple thing. You have to understand how the brain functions and brain operates. So your left brain is more about the logical brain, analytical, linear, verbal, factual, and sequential. And the creative brain is more about the right brain. Creative, intuition, feeling also, and non-verbal, emotional, and imaginative. Now, to work on those things, what you will do? Develop some habits which will activate your right brain, because the verbals and other things will become easy for you. Now, how do you use it? The first most important simple element in your life, which after 3 years, without putting any effort, zero effort in life, is daily write your name with ink pen with left hand. Simple habit. Your name, try to write your name with left hand with ink pen. Trust me, the more a lot of people have that, यार वो illogical चीजें, वो बेवकूफी भरी बातें, वो ये सब चीजें आती नहीं. This is one thing. Second thing you can try is writing analysis and writing patterns do help the person to catch whether they are creative, and do any of the activity like dance, music, painting. At least if you can't do it regularly, do it once a week. Learn photography. I'm learning. I'm going to dance class. You know, मैं lefty हूँ राज भाई. So then for you it's right, bro. It's by birth default. So if you are lefty, then you have to switch, because it's always something. The more you switch and twist, the better you will be. Let me check question. मैं lefty हूँ राज भाई. Okay. So we'll proceed further. Now, I'm telling you my experience. I went to dance class. Like, bro, I am the most stupid guy in the dance class. Everyone is so fucking freak. I like the dance so amazing. I feel sometimes ashamed. Like, what the hell is this? But I never tried all those things. Going out and exploring this side, it enhances the creative side. That's the reason. Dance, music, yoga, painting, these things enhance the creative brain. And creativity has much more to do with the skills. Guys, don't you think it's very foolish? A guy who's going like 5, 5, 6, 6, 7 7 years, regularly going outside, not getting any results, and he's too logic oriented. Why is it happening? I know a lot of guys, yeah, like सवाल पूछेंगे, ये करेंगे, वो करेंगे. When I see those guys, ना, they are zero to do on work on this aspect, and like नहीं नहीं बाहर जाते हैं कुछ तो भी करते हैं. अरे वो important है. I'm not discarding the importance of game plan and outer game, but there is called inner game also. If you have been इतना time गया है, तो कुछ तो कर लो मेरे भाई. Got the point, ना? Guys, clear? If you are with me, type yes something. We will proceed further. Okay. Now, when it comes to this, we have done. Okay. We will come back to the knowledge. Guys, do I really need to explain you that we live in an informative age? Knowledge is freely available. Go to torrent, go to joint theater society. I'm stuck in my work. Okay, like okay, let's take the question, bro. I'm stuck in my work from home from job from 9 months. I really wanted to take a boot camp but can't say because of my job. What should I do? Bro, pin me, we'll talk. But bro, see, it's not about I really wanted to take boot camp. This program, I didn't came for the selling purpose. This program is only for to give you information. Right now I'm telling you, if you are stuck in job since 9 months, bro, I was stuck in the job. It's not that I don't have job experience. I was stuck in the job. I was a hectic job, but still I used to on weekends. Do you, Avinash, do you have a holiday on weekends? In weekends, I used to regularly attend workshop and seminars. Regularly. At least the free one I used to attend. Now it depends which city you are, because the social ambience and environment plays a bigger role in your life. Go do something crazy and stupid. Like people really, I'm telling you, I know people in game. Why I'm in my hometown? That is the problem. Yeah, of course. If you are in the hometown, there is another thing you can do. You can experiment yourself with lot of other things. Like for example, if I am in my home, most of the time I spend reading, writing, meditating, working on my inner game, spending lot of time in nature, and exploring different side, trying breath work. Because see, people generally waste their time if they don't have anything to do. The sooner you will come out and the sooner you will come out this trap race. Okay, I will give you another example. When lockdown started, everyone was at home. No one was going out. Bro, at that time I read like around 50 plus books. And I was so fond of reading history ना, तो मैंने है ना कम से कम 20 25 किताबें हिस्ट्री की पढ़ ली. And like I became powerful. I started to understand a lot about things, other things, and I started to understand. I started writing also things, and lot of things come to a very different angle. At the lockdown period time, I was meditating like 3 times a day. At the lockdown period of time, I used to attend daily webinars. I used to attend. भाई मैं जो बुक्स रीड करता हूँ हमें आपको भी बताओ. So there is one more page. I will share you the name of the page on Instagram. Reads with Raj. Okay. Let me stop and share you the screen. Sorry. So, okay. Bro, if you are in the hometown, trust me, you have to do these things first. Use your time wisely, bro. Yeah, as a man. Okay, share. I'll show you something. Okay, okay. यार escape कैसे होता है? Guys, is internet okay ना? Okay. Yeah, this is a problem. I think I've formatted my laptop. That's the problem. Bro, I'm a virgin that makes me more depressed because after knowing what to do, I can't. Bro, we'll talk on the call. But don't let that thing screw with the attitude, bro. It's important. I do understand. I have been at home. A lot of people do have that issue at home. A lot of people have that problem staying at home because their mental energy is getting drained down when they have those things. But definitely, we'll connect on the call. We will talk. And if there's something you can do, but start working on something which is in your control. That's the simple thing. Everyone, for example, imagine that everyone is in lockdown, and so one day the lockdown will get over. You must need to work on that. Now, let's complete with this. See, bro, knowledge is lot there, and lot of things, a lot of time, the knowledge has its own preconceived biases. मतलब चीज तो एक ही लिखी है, but the way we interpret it is very different. You can read lot, you can watch this program, this book, that philosophy, that theory. It creates the chaos. The best knowledge I would suggest is the knowledge which is not entertainment, which is not entertainment. For example, I'm telling you, I was like lot into the reels and movies and this. I made a list of movies that this is the movies I want to watch. I will watch only those movies if it is in my list. Otherwise, I won't watch. I will, if I start one video to watch, I will complete that video. Otherwise, I don't watch short content because it screws up. It really pisses you off. It lessens your attention span. You become more of a guy who has mood swings. And once you have mood swings, the iron quality, the mass quality, the attitude, and all those things screws up. And trust me, I I can show you the guys. Literally, there are guys who will be like 5 साल, 6 साल, 4 साल, 3 साल. Bro, I will message you in DM. Yeah, of course, bro, message me and we will talk on the call. And oh shit. Hmm. And they will be like, कर रहे, अरे थोड़ा take some time gap, break, try to understand. I have taken a gap a lot of times, a lot of people, but taking gap doesn't mean that doing nothing. Taking gap means doing something which is related, which is needed. So, for example, if you are in gym and you are working like 1 or 2 years and there has been injury, then you need some kind of different thing. I met one bodybuilder and like he was telling like अभी वो एक 1.5 महीना वो जिम नहीं करेगा और वो उसने वो पूरा ये किया है मसाज किया है योगा किया है and like structuring it in a body in different ways. So that is not a gap. That is something refreshment. Make sure you're applying those things, especially it comes to knowledge. Be that, be artistic in that knowledge also. Okay, so guys, we will be starting charm command by tomorrow or day after tomorrow. I need to fix certain things right now, so that is the reason behind postponing it. uh, those who are there in charm command, definitely They will get a lot of things in that. And when it comes to inner game, the program will be there for you. Dates, I have came with the boot camp 14, 15, 16, 17. I will be in boot camp in Mumbai. So if you are in Mumbai, feel free to DM and message me. We will catch up on Monday. Monday, I'm generally free after the boot camp. So if you have, I will stop the recording. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me.